Talented young man from Botswana, Chippy, made the semi-final at the Olympic Games, is the Botswanan 400-meter champion, and if you knew the strength in that country in that event, that really means something. Here is Chris Bailey in great form. Can he carry that indoor form to his first outdoor race here? Matt Hudson-Smith, he ran a relay leg last week in a 4x4, and he told me it was pretty swift. I haven't been able to find out how swift, but said it was quick, so really looking forward to this. Now, Samakonga, first saw him at the Commonwealth Games in a couple of years ago, and he won the gold medal in brilliant style. He just got better and better, bronze medalist at the Olympics. Jareem Richards, former world indoor champion, like Chris Bailey, but as I mentioned, great 200-meter pace as well. He's one of the favourites across these two events. And then Vernon Norwood has got so many relay medals, but in his own right, in the last year or two, really has been contending on the world stage as well. Zandrion Barnes. Well, Barnes knows how good Jamaica are in this event, but he is one of their best, certainly one of their bright new talents. And as indeed is DeAndre Watkin on the inside, 44-48 last year at the Jamaican Championships.
I'd say Jareem is somewhat of a dark horse, but not. Former 200-meter runner. Got a bronze medal at the World Championships, actually, in the 200, and moved up to the 4. Just missed out on the medal at the Olympics. But I know all in all, Matthew Hudson-Smith is going to be favored in this race. Never seen Chris run in the bandana before. Something new, some attitude. Maybe a statement. Maybe he's a new man.
Yeah.
New look.
Right, just to remind you here, Bailey's in 7 there, inside Chippy, Hudson-Smith in 6. So Matt Hudson-Smith likes to get out a little bit quicker than he used to earlier in his career. And Matt Hudson-Smith into his running, but look out on the outside. Chippy started very, very quickly in lane 8, not even in the shot there. Samakonga, who will finish strongly and always does, trying to hang on to Hudson-Smith. Chris Bailey with a little bit of work to do at this point, because Hudson-Smith definitely leading with that slightly forward-leaning action of his around the top end. And now Chris Bailey starts to get going. Samakonga will finish quickly. Watch for the others on the inside in lane 2. Barnes is going well. And Matt Hudson-Smith just tying up here. And it's the world indoor champion with Vernon Norwood finishing quickly as well. It's going to be Chris Bailey going to take this one by a couple of meters. 44-34. Just outside his all-time best. Well, in these conditions, that is a phenomenal run. And I think that's maybe why Matt Hudson-Smith is probably thinking, I wasn't expecting to go that quick.
Nah, that's rolling.
That is swift.
He's obviously in shape. That indoor season obviously paid off. He came here, he's looking sharp. And the way he responded coming into the home stretch is what really surprised me. Matt, jumped on everybody early. And, Chris showed that strength coming home by responding like that. Flexing. I think he's ready to establish that he's here. So what stood out to me is that Matt really got out, like I said before, but just as that replay started, you could see Chris visibly respond to Matt. And I think for Matt, feeling him move at that part of the race would kind of play with his head, kind of caused him to tighten up a little bit as he got to the home straight. When you're that tired, to be able to respond to that part of the race, it's really difficult. It can play on your mind a lot.
You can see Matt trying to respond, couldn't you? He's trying to come back. He's thinking, I wasn't quite expecting this.
No.
I mean, Matt knows he's running well. That's a good opener, 44.65. And Norwood with a 44.7 as well. Really, really good. But I think, when you've come off of championships, he's in great form. He's in great shape. The travel could have been an issue, but he's obviously overcome that really well. And he did what he does. He finishes so well.
He's got that gold medal swag off the World Indoor Championships. That was impressive. 12 major points. I don't know what...
And this one will be close, I think, as well. Here's Matunga, one of 2 Kenyans in the final. He's from the outside draw.
Yeah, we've got We've got two Kenyans in this race that have both good 110 sprint hurdle PBs as well. So they're fast, and they're definitely ones to look at, but I think the other Kenyan, Mukobi, is probably the one that we should be watching more than Matunga.
So seasonal's best in his heat of 49.99. He was behind Hyde in his semi-final. Here's Mativia. So the heats here were actually on Tuesday, so they've had a really long wait, haven't they?
They have, and because he's the team hairdresser, he's probably got a few of the Canadian hairdos done.
He's the defending champion. Only Ken Roach of Australia, back in the 60s, has ever won 2 400 hurdles at the Commonwealth Games.
You feel like it's going to be a big ask, don't you, for McMaster after his heat run?
Mukobi, you like his chances. Hyde's looked the best. He made the final of the World Championships.
Yeah, he has looked the best. You know, he's got good pedigree. His dad was an international soccer player for Jamaica. He actually scored a hat-trick when he played soccer, but we're glad that he stayed with track and field. You
like Nathaniel, don't you?
I do. I think he came out here and he looked really confident. He's a Baylor Uni student. He's only young. He broke the national record this year. It was the junior record that had lasted for 35 years. So Nigeria has high hopes on Nathaniel.
And Seychelles and Guernsey in the inside lane. So Azemia and Chalmers. So no one from England, Australia or South Africa, but they've been the 3 most successful countries. So it's a different looking final here. That McMaster's a constant, and Hyde was 3rd behind McMaster 4 years ago at the Gold Coast. So they're the two we know oh so well. There's Hyde. He's 25. They've won 1 gold medal, Jamaica, in this event in 1998. And McMaster, of course, won the very first gold medal for the British Virgin Islands in any sport when he won 4 years ago.
And he was so emotional after that one because his coach had just died in Hurricane Irma. He's now training in the US. He's got a new coach, but 4th at Tokyo, he's definitely one to be watching.
That epic in Tokyo behind Vorholm, Benjamin and Dos Santos. In the starter's hands. 400 hurdles final.
Set.
Ooh, so what's...
No, Leek's just...
Via's gone out, the Canadian.
Yeah, sorry, his nickname's Leek. Malik. He's, oh, and he's got his hands to his face. That was a clear break. The athlete that trains at Texas.
I think he's...
You can see him in lane 8.
I think he's in disbelief at the moment, so how does this play out?
He wasn't even close.
Will you disqualify the athlete?
I guess his best bet is to say the crowd distracted him. No.
So no, he's going to get the red card. In fact, he is. So it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
You just don't want to see athletes go out like that.
No. It's part of the deal, and it can be so cruel.
On your mark.
So we're down to 7. No Canadian. So that stagger now for McMaster's something different again. He's got some real air between himself and Matunga. I think they're all a bit nervous now.
Set.
So that's clean. So Matunga all out on his own. McMaster probably the second favourite here. Mukobi inside of him as they go to the first flight. Hyde's got out really hard. And then Nathaniel, Azemia and Chalmers. So down the back straight. McMaster quite controlled at the moment. He's 2 from the left. Hyde clearly in front of the Jamaican strip. And Mukobi trying to go with him and not far away. McMaster's normally got a good turn of foot here. Hyde leads with about 150 to go. They've got 3 to get over after that one. Hyde, Mukobi and McMaster. There's not much between them. Knock one down there, Mukobi. McMaster's taken a clear lead with 2 flights to go. Comes away the man from British Virgin Islands. Gets over the last and is going to win for the second time and win quite magnificently. He defends his title. Hyde second. I reckon Chalmers has got 3rd and Mukobi's fallen over the line and I think might have got 4th. So Guernsey, I think, are going to get a medal.
That was unreal. How good was that by McMaster? You know, even though he didn't look good in the heat, you can never question a champion. That was a fabulous race by McMaster.
Oh, there's always a thrill and a spill here, Emma and Shervo. So the man who, Shervo, at one stage looked to be the next big thing before Vorholm came along, defends the Commonwealth Games.
The men's 400-metre races at two major championships, the flat 400m at the World Athletics Grand Slam in Kingston and the 400-metre hurdles final at the Commonwealth Games, offered a fascinating contrast in how supremacy is established in elite quarter-mile competition. While both races delivered intensity and elite performances, the way dominance unfolded could not have been more different. In Kingston, the flat 400 meters became a brutal demonstration of collective power by the United States. From the gun, the Americans imposed themselves with controlled aggression, forcing traditional powerhouses like Jamaica, Great Britain, and Botswana into a reactive race. The pace was uncompromising through the first 200 meters. But what truly separated the USA was efficiency in the third 100. Where others tightened up, the Americans accelerated. Jamaica, running on home soil, tried to respond with raw speed, while Great Britain relied on rhythm and structure, and Botswana leaned on endurance. None could match the American ability to sustain velocity under pressure. The result was not just victory, but domination. USA runners occupying the critical positions when the race was decided, turning a multinational showdown into a statement of depth and system superiority. By contrast, the Commonwealth Games men's 400-metre hurdles final told a more tactical and individual story. Defending champion Kieran McMaster of the British Virgin Islands entered the race with history on his shoulders and calm in his stride. Unlike the explosive opening scene in Kingston, this race was about control. Jamaica's Jahil Hadj attacked early, using his speed to pressure McMaster through the first half. However, hurdles punish impatience. As the race progressed, McMaster's superior rhythm and technical consistency became decisive. While others, including Nigeria's Nathaniel and emerging Kenyan talents, fought bravely, McMaster's mastery over the final two hurdles allowed him to reclaim control and secure victory. The comparison between these two races highlights the dual nature of the 400 meters. On the flat, dominance is often collective, built on depth, pacing models, and team systems, as demonstrated by the USA in Kingston. In the hurdles, supremacy is personal, hinging on composure, technique, and decision-making under fatigue, qualities McMaster displayed perfectly. Together, these races show that while the distance remains the same, the path to greatness in the 400 meters can vary dramatically, whether through overwhelming national strength or the quiet authority of an individual champion.